Production is wrapping up on the adaptation to John Green's New York Times best-selling novel, The Fault in Our Stars. Given a cushy June 6, 2014 release date, the cast looks great, a lot of the talent behind the camera is really good, so it's shaping into something exciting. John Green, the author of the novel, has been updating progress on the movie through his extremely popular YouTube channel, Vlogbrothers. Sean has kept up with some of the updates through Vlogbrothers. What are some of the things that we've learned about the movie through John's channel?
Totally. One of my favorite things about Vlogbrothers in general is just like how deep and committed their fan base is.
Right.
And so what I've noticed is that what I'm really happy about is that the talent and pretty much everyone involved in the movie production, which is like completely almost uncalled for, that they are getting involved with the fan base there, and so much as like doing videos with John and publishing these onto the Vlogbrothers. And
yeah, actors interacting with this YouTube fan base, which you don't normally see on productions like this.
Not at all. So like the closest thing you get is like tweets from them or something, right? And so that's super awesome to see these like awesome actors going to be playing like their favorite characters, answering questions that are really personal, and that is super cool to see.
Yeah, another thing he said on the channel was that a large percentage of the cast and crew had actually read and enjoyed the book, which hopefully will just bring another level of commitment from people to the upcoming adaptation. Speaking of adaptation, Caitlin, how do you feel the book will adapt into a film?
I feel like it'll adapt pretty well. When I was reading it, I kind of saw it as a film, and I thought that a lot of the actions really played out like a movie. So I definitely think there's a whole lot of potential there for it to be a really amazing film. You know, not to mention the awesome cast that we have and stuff like that. And there's also like a tweet that John mentioned where I think every single line of dialogue from the book is in the film.
Just about.
Yeah, so that's definitely more of a reason for like fans of the book to go see the movie, because it'll probably be very faithful.
Plus, John Green's dialogue was already pretty vivid and interesting and fun, so you hope that talented actors can kind of bring that stuff to life. It does have a really, really exciting cast attached to it. Shailene Woodley is in the lead role of Hazel. Michaela, how do you feel Shailene Woodley will perform as our main character in The Fault in Our Stars?
I think Shailene Woodley is perfect. I think she's going to do a great job. So far, like the big things she's been known for are Descendants, for sure, because that got a lot of Oscar buzz. She was also recently in The Spectacular Now, which was really naturalistic with its dialogue, which the screenwriters got praise for, and she handled expertly. Her and Miles Teller both did a really good job, but I think she stood out as just amazing in that film, and I think that's a pretty similar filmscape, and her and the rest of the cast look great.
Yeah, and it's not just Shailene Woodley. I mean, from Willem Dafoe as Peter Van Houten, and Laura Dern is in there. Mike Birbiglia, even though his role probably won't be the biggest, he's got a pretty funny role.
The casting on his role is pretty perfect.
Yeah.
I think all of the casting is perfect. Like Willem Dafoe is going to do a great job, because he has to be like pretty surly and like kind of scary and awful. Not really scary.
Well, he also gets to be funny, which is rare for Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
He had that great small part in The Life Aquatic, and I feel like it's going to be sort of similar, where he plays this foreigner who's
wearing
very
shorts.
Yeah, maybe. And it'll just be a very fun role for a guy who's as talented as him to take. There was that slight, I guess you can call it, controversy in Nerdfighteria about the color of Nat Wolff's hair not matching the blonde of Isaac in the book, which John dismissed on his channel.
Oh yeah.
Which I think was smart. I mean, it matters who's performing and how good they are at performing, not necessarily their hair color.
Oh yeah. I think that gets a little bit obnoxious, and I mean everyone, like Potterheads, do that kind of thing all the time. So I mean it's no surprise that you're going to see that in this movie.
Yeah, I remember there being a controversy over Jennifer Lawrence also not looking like perfectly like her Hunger Games character, but that turned into a pretty good choice also. So hopefully it'll be the kind of thing where once we see all these actors in these roles that we know well, they'll all perform the way we're expecting to and hoping for. Do we see this movie as potentially an Oscar bait type of film?
I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like the storyline definitely has the potential for that. And then Shailene Woodley definitely helps those matters. So we'll see. But yeah.
I think
can see it.
seeing as she was in Descendants and she already had her name out there, she has a good chance. I don't really think Ansel Elgort, this is his 3rd movie ever, 2nd movie with Shailene. I think that he probably doesn't have as good a chance of getting a nomination, but I think she could land one.
Yeah, for sure.
I could also see it maybe getting Best Adapted Screenplay, something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
definitely.
That's what I was going to say, is that the power of that story just has so much like longevity, and the fact that it was on the New York Times bestseller for as long as it was, that it goes to show you that the story itself has a ton of power behind it.
And wide appeal. too.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So that does it for this Pretentious Film Majors movie news discussion. For more from the Pretentious Film Majors, go to pretentiousfilmmajors.com or follow us on social media by going to facebook.com/pretentiousfilmmajors or twitter.com/pfmshow. You can also find more of our videos by subscribing to the YouTube channel by clicking above me. Thanks for watching.